During the Sunday service mass prayer, as the man of God was praying for the congregation at large, inciting the light, Jesus Christ, into every person's life, as it is stated in John 9 verse 5, Jesus said, "As long as I am the world, I am the light of the world." The Spirit of the Lord led him to Mr. and Mrs. Twala that have been married for 10 years. At the appointed time of God, the Spirit of God, by the light of God, through the man of God, located and vindicated Mrs. Twala at the point of their need. The man of God stretched his hand and prayed for Mrs. Twala, commanding the light, Jesus Christ, to enter their life and dispel all shade of darkness, which was the barrenness of 10 years. After the mass prayer, the man of God told the congregation to rejoice because everyone had received the light, Jesus Christ, into their mind, body, and soul.
Command the light, command the light, command the light, command the light. Command the light. Command the light. Let there be light. Command the light prayer. Lord, at this moment, it's not so about me. It's not so about my situation. It's all about you. Let there be light. Prayer. In my spirit. Let there be light. 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 What is troubling your life? It's an agent of darkness. Sickness is darkness. That's why you cannot see good hair. You cannot see good hair because you are in dark of sickness.
We are in darkness because of sickness.
Let there be light. 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 Say, let there be light. Say, let there be light.
Let there be light.
Prayer. Say, let there be light. 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 Let there be light.
Praise Jesus.
Makabongwe Jesu.
Ligama lami nginobumelelo Twala ngisuka eNgculwini.
Nompumelelo Twala, I'm from Ngculwini.
Ngedala Sonveni kusasonva eAll Saints ngi-invitwe nguSibongile.
I first came to Redemption Church of Christ whilst they were still at All Saints by invitation. I was invited by Sibongile.
Inkinga lebengende ngetesonveni ngibona lokuthi bengibarren.
What caused me to come to church was that bengingakhona ukuthola abantwana.
Bese kuhambe isikhathi lesithe nami sengiva buhlungu.
It had been a while and I was hurting.
Bonke lebengifike nabo lebonke laba bengenze nabo bese banebanvana labanye sebanabo 2 mina solongide ke nje ngifike ekucala kunabo.
All those who were married into the Twala family had children. Some of them had 2, even those whom I had come earlier than them into the family had children, but I didn't have any.
Bese ngiya lithemba kona vele bese ngide but bese ngiya nje ngoba naku bangitshelile ukuthi kunemfundisi lokhona ngaya ngathi nangifika esonveni kude la kusho kimi umfundisi
I came to church, but I had no hope. But I decided to come to church, and when I got there, the prophet didn't say anything to me.
Sorry, Margaret Twala, if you can clarify to us how long is a long time?
Now ungasitshela nje ukuthi isikhathi leside isikhathi lesingakanani.
kumfuna mbamba 10 years
For me, it was 10 years.
bese sambe yonke indzawo
We had been to many places,
sesiphelelwe imali ngoba bekufike kubhadala imali mbamba
whom we consulted, and we had spent a lot of money because we had to pay a lot of money.
letinye imali bese tibhadala betendlula kona lokweshumi lesikhipha nyalo
Some of the money we paid was even more than the tithe that we pay now.
bese ndiswa timvo letinengi kuhle kuthiwa kufanele uye siyogeza emandini ngabozuka nemabisi
We were told to do a lot of things, including bathing in the river with coins and milk.
kuhle kuthiwa ngibohle ngithatha imali ngiphatala ukade nje ngihlangana nayo la mgwaqweni ngoba emadloda kithi bekakwatile
I was also instructed to take money and give to anyone I met along the line, especially old ladies, because I was told my ancestors were very angry.
kepha ke lengakusho ukuthi kudala sonveni kwasida kakhulu ngoba sabe sesiyayekela lokuthi sihambe sekulinye indzawo ngoba ngalelo langa sewuphele service ngalanga ngicala kuta umfundisi egcine nje wavele wangiprofesaya angangadi
I am very grateful for coming to church because we then stopped consulting the other sources, and at the end of that service, the prophet gave me a prophecy.
wangitshela kuthi ngidaba naye umfana
He told me that I would have a child.
kepha ke kundlula iminyaka ngabona bo 3 years solo kungendeki la kushido ngalahlekelwa lithemba kakhulu
But then 3 years elapsed and still the prophecy was not fulfilled, and I lost hope.
ngalapheka ngalenye ilanga setela sonveni akhuluma ngema premature blessings
But I was assisted when I came back to church when the prophet was talking about tibusiso leti sheshe tafika.
ngakhona ukuthi ngibe nemandla ngichubeke ngithembe ukuthi ngalenye ilanga uNkulunkulu utasendela umusa
I gained strength and I became hopeful that one day God will do something for us.
ngitile la sonveni nje banibonile lapha bengitihlalele nje la ngemuva wafika umfundisi wangithandazela about 3 times ngikhanza ngivuka phansi
I came to church. I was just sitting at the back and the man of God prayed for me 3 times and I would fall.
kuthena ngisuka lana esonveni ngalelo sonvo ngavakashela kaManzini
When I left the church, I then visited Manzini.
emva kwekuvakashela Manzini ngabe sengitibuta ukuthi hawu lenyanga ngathi angiboni kahle kulenyanga kwendekani ngitibuta ngibale ngihle ngimbuta nababe athi akasadi naye
And
Yep.
after visiting Manzini, I missed my period calculating, and sometimes I would ask my husband, what is happening? And he would say he doesn't know.
ngacala ngagula bazalwane ngingasativa sesenginani ngingasakhona ukudla sekukunenge nje lokwendekala kwele ngingasak understand
And then I started falling sick. I was uncomfortable and I could not eat, and I didn't understand a lot of things about my body.
ngadecide ukuthi ngalenye ilanga ngithenge i-pregnancy test angangamtsheli babe
And then one day I decided to buy a pregnancy test, and I didn't tell my husband.
ngangena etoilet bazalwane ngingedwa ngaphuma ngingakagcoki
I went to the toilet and I came out of the toilet undressed.
ngakhumbula sengise lounge kuleyo ndlu yale colleague yami ukuthi hawu kepha ngingagcoki ngale ndlela bese ngijabule ngayo
Remembered when I was in my friend's lounge that I was undressed, and
kepha ke ngoba sathane usela usitha bengisolo ngingathembi ngithi kumbe nje ngile milayini tivelele kude lokwendekile ngingathembi kakhulu up until ngahamba ngaya ku scan
and because the devil is a liar and is a thief, I still could not believe. And sometimes I would think maybe the test being positive was just its own doing. And then I decided to go and get a scan.
I was very happy nangiva lo babe lo bekangipopola acala nje kubeka lenvo yakhe wavele wathi kune pregnancy la.
I was very happy when I got to the scan. When they scanned me, the man said, I am pregnant.
Ngajabula kakhulu bazalwane ngathuka nekuthuka ukuthi hawu kanti sekudzala kangaka mina solo angiboni.
I was very happy and very scared because it seemed it had been there for some time.
How long exactly?
Bekusikhathi esingakanani?
Bese ngisengi 2 months.
It had been 2 months.
Solo bazalwane ngiyambonga kakhulu uNkulunkulu lasendele kona. Lithemba bese lilahlekile sengithi hope ukuthi ngabe kimi kuyoke kwendeke yini. Ngingasakhoni ukudlalisa abantu abebantu, ngingasabafundisha endlini yami.
Brethren, I for us because I had to play with other people's children.
Noma ngi-invite phakathi baby shower bengivele nje ngi-exit le group nabangi-add egroupini ngoba kude ebunanzile bengibuva.
I mean, in some of the exit the social for baby shower.
But ngiyajabula namhla siNkulunkulu ngendlela umusa.
Can you give an opportunity to Babetwala? Let's hear his side.
Praise Jesus. Hey, kunengile ngakusho kodwa nje ngesikhathi ngiyajabula kakhulu ngicabanga ukuthi indaba mfishana make sokukhulumile. Kepha nje bazalwane engakuthanda ukubonga uNkulunkulu wase Redemption Church. Ngiyale nkulu kakhulu besime kakhulu indodana yethu nje emsebentini bekunabo 10 years there was no promotion ngendeke lutho.
We had been stagnant for some time, even at work for about 10 years we had no promotions.
So nangalapha ke ngala fruit of the womb nakhona vele nje cishe bangilo nje lokubili bosihlupha kakhulu.
Nasesitheleni ke sesibeletho, the two things were the ones that were bothering us.
Amuhle uNkulunkulu bazalwane lokuhle bazalwane abangakwati lengakusho ukuthi even last year uNkulunkulu sendathi manga nge-crossover 2016.
God being good, the brethren don't know God has been doing great things because even for the crossover into 2016.
Shothi yes, crossover to 2016 lesuka kuye. Shothi nje nga 2015 yona lelanga lela 31 bestonda le crossover.
On the 31st of December 2015, we came for the crossover.
Nakhona besine testimony leyo ke beswabili ngepromotion uNkulunkulu wasiqala ngepromotion emsebenzini.
We came with a testimony for promotions because we had been both promoted.
Lo ke 2016 December nakhona and coincidentally kwendeka ngalo December.
And again in December 2016 for the crossover service we have another testimony.
Nakhona sesifakazi lobukhulu besibeletho.
A testimony about the fruit of the womb.
Lokho bazalwane vele sola ngikukholona nyalo kodwa nje.
Brethren, I still can't believe.
Ngikuthi nje sitawubuya lapha nga somewhere around August because nasenda le scan babekusile sitabe nasesilingisasi silosuka lana.
But I believe that around August we will come back, we will be like the previous lady having a baby.
Can I take you back a bit as a couple? How was life when you were married without a child and as Mage was saying you had friends?
Asangenibisele emuva nje impilo beyinjani ningumndeni nakude bantwana njengaloku make bekashito.
Shothi impilo yethu nje be upside down because we met 2006 but ngaze ngamthatha 2010 but nje sitela sona 2013 ngibona ukuthi indodana yethu atihambi kude lokuhambako.
Impilo, the life was not good because we met in 2006, got married in 2010, but we came to church in the year 2013.
So in between ke besizama tinyanga babolofiti kude singakuzami the last time nje langathi khona no I can't do this ngathi no the only hope lengaba nayo loNkulunkulu.
We had tried a lot of things including witch doctors and prophets. And then I decided that I've had enough and we must go to church.
So ngangilanga decide khona ngabona ukuthi konke sesikwendile akwendeki lutho instead ikhamba imali So nyalo let me put my only hope kuNkulunkulu.
That's when I decided that because there are no results after doing everything, then I decided that we must put our hope in God.
Kwalapho ke sitha redemption through umngani wemkami. From there ke sangabuka emuva abazalwane.
That's when we came to redemption through an invitation from my wife's friend, and we have not looked back.
Kwethu nje ukuthi sisebenzise ifaith because lengafika ngakufunza la encekweni ukuthi without faith we cannot please God. So sebenzisa ifaith noma kukubi noma ubona ukuthi lesikhathi le maybe lesishito inceke sesengcile, but use your faith kona kutagcina wendiye because emavi lapho umprofeti abuya kuNkulunkulu, so angeke aze ence nje angakawufeza umsebenzi.
What I have learned from the man of God is to use the faith. Whether you are seeing what he has told you, you have to wait, use your faith. Whatever the prophecy the man of God has given you is from God, and it cannot then not manifest in your life. So you have to wait and use your faith.
Kungaba ngiloko nje bazalwane kubonga nje kakhulu nakuNkulunkulu because ngebufazi bethu we are shaming the devil. So ngalobufakazi lo lesibenta namhla Sathane uya emandla akhe uyatshengisa ukuthi akekho futhi wemukwa.
I would like to thank God because with our testimonies, Sihlaza Satane, we are showing that the devil has been, the power has been taken from the devil, and today we are showing him that.
See now, the Twalas came back to thank God, with them a bouncing baby boy. How awesome is our God. We heard how God delivered them from years of barrenness, pressures from family, pressures from the society. How awesome is our God. Hallelujah.